Something extraordinary just unfolded in Wales, an event no one anticipated. A political shock so massive it left the Labour Party in chaos and Keir Starmer utterly humiliated, on a scale unseen for decades. For over 100 years, this community stood firm, the immovable heart of Labour's red wall. But not anymore. Tonight, that wall has crumbled, and what has replaced it could reshape the entire future of British politics. This is Starmer, publicly embarrassed and laughed out of the country. Let's break down exactly what happened. But first, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. The political earthquake shaking Wales has left Starmer red-faced and reeling, staring at a revolt that's demolished over a century of Labour dominance. For the first time since 1918, the Welsh Valley's town of Caerphilly has turned its back on Labour, not by inches, but by miles. The by-election, held after the death of Labour MS Hethan David, became a historic blow. Voters didn't merely drift away, they obliterated Labour's support. Plaid Cymru's Lindsay Whittle stormed to victory with 15,961 votes, crushing Reform UK, who came second with 12,113. Labour? A humiliating 3,713. That's an astonishing 34.9% collapse since 2021 in a seat that, for more than a century, had never voted for anyone else. Starmer's party wasn't just defeated, it was ridiculed. Turnout even rose above 50%. This wasn't voter fatigue, it was a full-blown rebellion. When Whittle took the stage, his message was short but devastating for Labour. Wales, we stand at the dawn of a new beginning. He honoured Hethan David's memory but quickly turned his sights toward Westminster, vowing to lead Wales on a new path, declaring the win better than scoring the winning try against New Zealand. Plaid Cymru leader Run ap Iorwerth seized the moment too, calling Labour exhausted and commending voters for choosing hope, unity, and a pro-Wales vision. His words marked a turning point. Plaid is no longer a fringe protest party. It's now a major force in Welsh politics. And here's where it gets worse for Starmer. His own insiders saw this defeat coming and started pointing fingers before the results were even announced. One Labour source said, "This is a defeat for Starmerism, not for the local team." Translation? The knives are already out. The blame is heading straight for the top. Even Labour's Alex Barros-Curtis tried to put a positive spin on GB News, claiming there was still time to turn things around. Within hours, that optimism looked completely delusional. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping part, Labour didn't even manage second place. Reform UK's Zia Youssef surged from just 1.7% 4 years ago to a stunning 36% of the vote. In his concession speech, Youssef congratulated Plaid but declared this a historic realignment in British politics. And he's not wrong. The next Senate election in May is now shaping up to be a two-way fight between Reform and Plaid. Who could have imagined Labour sinking to 11% and the Conservatives to just 2%? That's not a loss, that's the death of the so-called Uni Party. Together, Labour and the Tories now hold only 13% in a seat they once ruled completely. Caerphilly isn't just another town, it's the beating heart of working-class Labour Wales. To lose it, and lose it so dramatically, sends a thunderous message echoing from Cardiff Bay to Westminster Bridge. Starmer's grip on his traditional base has slipped away. Those who once saw Labour as their champion have moved on, some toward Plaid's nationalism, others toward Reform's populism. And now, Starmer becomes the first Labour leader in modern times to preside over the total collapse of a century-long stronghold. As one commentator wrote online, if Starmer can't hold Caerphilly, what can he hold? Plaid Cymru is celebrating a historic triumph. Reform UK smells blood in the water. And Labour, the once unshakable giant of British politics, has crumbled before the nation's eyes. So yes, saying Starmer has been publicly humiliated and laughed out of the country isn't exaggeration. It's the hard truth of British politics today. When even the Welsh heartland says enough, Starmer's project of control and careerist politics starts to look exactly what it is: tired, weak, and finished. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Westminster, Conservative MP Matt Vickers unleashed a fierce attack on Labour's controversial boomerang immigration policy, calling it a complete disaster that's failing to stop illegal channel crossings. The so-called one-in, one-out deal allowing Britain to return illegal migrants to France while accepting the same number of legal asylum seekers has sparked outrage after reports that deported migrants are returning almost immediately. Speaking to GB News, Vickers blasted the scheme as chaotic and deceptive, saying, "People are coming back almost as soon as they're sent away. That's not control, it's chaos." Vickers, a longtime advocate for tougher border controls, said the government's soft approach is sending the wrong message. The only true solution, he added, is deterrence. People must know that if they board those boats, they will not be allowed to stay in Britain. Whether it's Rwanda or somewhere else, they must be sent home or to a third country. Otherwise, the boats will keep coming. He also hit out directly at Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Labour's leadership, accusing them of weakness and hypocrisy on immigration. Starmer voted against every measure to toughen the system, Vickers said. He even called immigration laws racist. No wonder our borders are in chaos and taxpayers are footing the bill. His words followed those of Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood, who recently admitted the Home Office had been set up to fail, but promised reforms to finally make it deliver. The Anglo-French deal introduced in August was supposed to deter illegal crossings, yet the numbers tell another story. Over 10,000 people have crossed the Channel since it began, while only 42 were returned to France. In return, Britain accepted just 23 migrants from mainland Europe. Despite this failure, ministers now plan to expand the scheme to 3 more Western European countries. What do you think about everything discussed in today's video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth political commentary, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of power and politics. Thanks for watching.